I have
Oh no.
my journal from when we were dating.
Wow.
And I earmarked just a couple quotes.
Oh, great.
Nothing bad, but I thought it might be fun to share some journal entries about you.
Sure.
Hello, welcome back to Ex-Boyfriend Material. This is my ex-boyfriend, Jahred.
This is my ex-boyfriend, Sean.
And welcome back to the pod, episode 7.
Episode 7.
I'm excited to talk about my topic today.
Okay.
I think it could be fun.
Okay.
But I just got back from a wedding in San Francisco.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. Remember my best friend, Josh, my straight friend from college? He just got married.
Wow. To a woman.
I know.
Full
straight.
circle.
Yeah.
For straight people.
There was a world in which like I would have been up there marrying him.
Right.
In that world, he's gay.
And in that world that's in your head.
Correct. Yes. And we love to live there.
Yeah.
So that was really nice to see him get married. But that was like most of my weekend. I met my niece and her new fiance, which is really exciting. He's from the UK.
Wow.
So they just came over to the States to do a little tour of the family, of the country.
Family tour. Cute.
And so that was really nice to meet him. He's a really great guy. So very happy. It's just that love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
It was a wedding weekend. It was a fiance weekend. But how have you been?
Oh my God, you remember to ask me.
I always remember how to. I always know how to ask.
I've been good. I had like a really stressful 24 hours because my Twitter got hacked.
No.
And someone like got into it and started like changing all the details. They changed my username, they changed my email, they changed my phone number, and don't know how they did it. I'm assuming I must have like clicked on something that I wasn't supposed to click on, or I don't know, because my Twitter account's not attached to any email that I actually use on anything. Like it's literally just for that.
Okay.
And well, for Twitter and like one other thing, but like still, like I'm not really sure how they got those passwords or what kind of breach happened, but they got in and they changed everything. But then I kept waiting for them to be like, like
give me your money.
Yeah, give me your money, like pay for the account to get it back, or like start messaging people or start trying to sell things or whatever. And they didn't do it. So I reported them. I had some friends report the account, and then I submitted like a help ticket as well. And then literally this morning they gave it back to me. So
nice. Still all your followers?
Still all my followers. Nothing really was changed besides like the username and stuff. So they literally did nothing. Like all that, whatever work they did, all just to change the username. I don't know. My friend seems to think it's like part of like a phishing scam for like some sort of crypto thing, like a bot. I don't know how any of it works, but I got it back. I turned on two-factor authentication.
You're protected.
Yes, I'm protected now. Yeah.
Damn. I'm sorry about that.
Not raw dogging the internet anymore. No, siree.
Just posting raw dog on the internet.
Well, yes. But we're gonna like hot girls do the 2FA stuff, so we're gonna be good.
Happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Should we get into our topics today?
Yes.
You wanted to start with you're exhausted today because it feels like you have more to talk about.
Yeah, like I mean, we can get into it. Like so I'm exhausted by procrastination, not others, my own.
Your own.
It's always like when I start to like procrastinate on things that are like actual goals, like my true goals, usually that's like a signal for me that I'm not doing well mentally. So, I mean, that also segues into another update about my life. Like I am getting back into therapy again.
Yes.
We're going to we're going to be like so annoying together.
Season 2, we're just going to be crying on the pod.
Or we're going to be like amateur therapists and like
fully
giving people advice when we shouldn't.
I just upped my therapy. I'm now going once a week instead of once a month.
Wow. Oh, you went once a month?
Yeah.
I used to do like bi-weekly. Once a month seems like a little too much time.
It was like once every 3 weeks, which was good enough when I was like more stable with like my mental health. And lately I've just been like, you know what? Let me just schedule it every week. And if I don't need it, great. But I know I have it.
Yeah.
And it's already like I'm already doing better because I know I have.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to hear that
we'll see what happens.
Getting into it.
Back to the procrastination thing. I'm not like in this place where I'm concerned, like I'm doing anything like really bad, but I noticed that when I like go into like fully wanting to rot, like wanting to put everything off.
Yeah.
Like that is a huge signal for me to do something, because to do something about my mental health, whether that's actually get up and walk it off or something, or if it's just like something like therapy or trying to see what else is going on. But there's so many things I have going on, so many goals I have, and yet like still I kind of feel like lost in it all.
Is it almost paralyzing when you have all these things? You're just like, I have so much to do. I'm going to sit.
I'm going to do nothing. Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here and think about and stress out about how I have to do all this stuff.
Yeah, truly. And it feels like I do feel like I'm constantly kind of behind in some way, because I'm always feeling like I'm forgetting something, but usually I'm not. Usually I have, like nowadays I'm very organized with my calendar, and I kind of have to be, because like I have, we're doing so many different projects.
Yeah.
But
I love your part-time job being called like a project. Yeah. That's the job. Yeah. Everything else is projects.
It's like, I call it part-time, but there is a lot to it. So that's a huge part of it. It's like making sure everything's updated so that anyone who sees my calendar for that job knows that I'm doing this and this and this and this and this. So it's a lot. But
so when you're procrastinating, what are you doing?
I'm usually like getting stoned and playing video games.
Okay.
Or literally just like frozen in place not like just staring at the wall. Like I'll just be on my phone, but I'll be actively thinking about all the things I need to do, all the things I need to do before the next day. And I'm literally just so paralyzed by that I'm like, I'll just get to it another time. I'll just get to another time. And then what will happen is like, I think in me procrastinating and like trying to distract myself, I'll either be on my phone, watching TV, playing a video game, whatever. Or I will be like eating. I'll be like ordering food like when I normally don't order food like all the time. Like, I don't know. I'll order like 3 things in a day. Like it's too much. Okay. I don't know why.
You're really active in your procrastination.
Yeah. I'm like, it's like I'm not doing nothing, but I'm doing nothing productive.
I wonder what that is. I mean, yeah, like I wonder what that is though. Like, because I do the same thing of just like, I have so much to do, but I feel that paralyzed thing of like, I just am going to sit and watch TV.
Yeah.
And just try to distract myself from it, even though I know it's important.
Yeah.
And I don't really know where that like comes from.
Yeah, like I don't really get it either. I feel like I am still trying to figure out my relationship to being productive too, because growing up, like I got called lazy all the time, which when I really look back at my childhood, I don't really know why that word would even come up, because I was doing so much as a kid. And I remember like I would be in like 2 sports a year. I'd have school and I was expected to get straight A's, not A's and B's. I always got A's and B's, but straight A's was the expectation. And then I was expected to go to a 4-year college. So I had that in my head. I was like, and then I was like trying to be good in all the sports and then have a social life and then come home and just chill, you know? So sometimes my mom would see me like at home playing video games, and that would drive her nuts. It would make her like, be like, you're lazy. Meanwhile, I'm getting all my chores done. I'm getting my homework done. I'm getting getting good grades, doing sports, whatever. Anyway, I would get all my shit done, but my parents would still call me lazy. And it was mostly my mom. Like, I don't know why. I don't really know what it was. I think it would be like here and there, I'd forget to dump her bathroom trash or something crazy. And like, that would turn into like, you're lazy. I'm like, okay, I'm still going to all the sports that you told me to go to. I'm doing all the, anyway.
This is my free time.
So when I'm, today years old, I'm like sitting around thinking that I'm the laziest person on earth when I just have 1 day of rest for all the other things I'm working on. I don't know. It drives me crazy, honestly.
Well, and I also wonder too, now that you're in this new lifestyle of like, you have your job, you have your side projects. There's a lot of things going on. There's not a bigger sense of structure. It's just like, I'm doing this one day and the next day is completely different, that you almost have too much freedom to choose.
Yeah.
And with that choice comes, well, I'd rather just like chill because I can't anticipate what tomorrow's going to look like.
It's true. And I also have like all these fitness goals and I want to be like in the gym, and that also turns into me procrastinating on that. I don't really know.
Maybe it's just too many things you're trying to do at once. You might want to get rid of one or two things.
I don't know. I don't know if I can. Cause like
definitely don't give up the gym.
Well, cause the OnlyFans thing requires the gym.
Correct.
Like if not that I shouldn't say it requires it, but
body
for me, I
neutrality.
need body neutrality, right? We're working on that. But like truly, like to some degree, I have to be kind of focused on it because it's what makes me money. And then my, like this project, I'm not going to put that to the side. I love doing this. And then of course my job, have to keep the job, have to keep the day job. And then it's like the things that fall would be like, you know, my own personal projects when I'm writing on and what I'm like creating. And it's like that stuff already is getting procrastinated on because of all this other stuff. So it's like, I don't really want to give anything up. I just want to find whether there's like a behavior or like something I can shift to make it a little easier to comprehend all of it and make it all happen.
Or hence therapy.
I hope so.
Just to help figure it out. I mean, that's not a like bad reason. Like, I mean, everyone should be in therapy, I think, but like it's a good way to get back into therapy of like, I have this thing I want to focus on. And then of course it'll probably be like, well, what's the relationship like with your mother? And then it's like, I procrastinate because of my mom. Like, and then maybe you'll have some better sense of like who you are in relation to procrastination so that you can just make better choices, but also like not beat yourself up for relaxing. I feel like maybe it's my thing where I feel like I have so many projects going on that it's like, I'm so stressed out about all of these things, I deserve to rest. But then it's like, well, you also need to work. You're not doing the work thing. You're just giving too much like grace to yourself of like, no, like relax. You have so much going on. It's like, yeah, but when are you going to do it? So.
And I think that another piece of this that popped in my head while you were saying that was I want to like explore like giving up some of the indulgences I have. No, giving up everything.
I want to explore giving up.
No, giving up like the substances, the alcohol, the things like that are constants in my life. Like I don't feel like I'm dependent on these things, but they happen a lot. They happen every weekend. Last weekend they didn't. I was chill for the most part last weekend. But like these are such big pieces of my life and I've never taken like true breaks from them. Yeah, sure. I stopped smoking weed for a couple months here and there. Happened to not drink here and there because I just wasn't going out, maybe during COVID or whatever. But I want to like make an active effort and see I want to evaluate that with me too. So again, that's a piece of the goals that I've written down before, like this year for 2025, and I just haven't done it.
I will say I've never been more productive in life when I started doing 75 hard, where I gave up alcohol. Like I didn't really give up like going out, but at the same time, like if I wasn't drinking, I had no inclination to go out.
So you did 75 fake.
I still went out, but I didn't drink. Like shut up. And it was a good sort of like reset of like, oh, this is everything I like to do. And I have more time to do it because I'm not hungover. I'm not like focused on these other things that typically would take up more of my time. So maybe explore, maybe not 75 hard, but just like, oh, I'm going to take a month off of going out. Like I said, get rid of something in life.
What's crazy is right as you said that, I'm still thinking like, no, I don't need to do all that.
See, but that's what's crazy is you take out something of your life and then it's like, well, how do I fill that hole? With goals.
Immediately when you said that, my brain was like, well, it's Halloween this week. I mean, this month.
So maybe I'll try next time.
We'll try next time.
I mean, you have to really want it. That's a decision only you can make. But that's kind of my advice for procrastination is just get rid of something that takes up time for a little bit and see how your relationship shifts with your other goals, and if you have more time or if you just naturally find yourself putting in more energy.
Well, what I want to get rid of is the procrastination. That's taking up too much time.
Yes.
But we'll
yes.
see.
So I wonder, like you mentioned earlier, like, oh, maybe I'll go on a walk to sort of like shake off the procrastination. Do you have like tips for yourself to like get out of that? Or
going on walks, like morning walk helps me a lot to just start the day. But, like the procrastination thing, it's tough because it's like, unless I'm literally pushed to a deadline, like I just won't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I almost like, it feels like I'm so vulnerable saying that out loud because
your body language is very
yeah,
off right now.
I know. Yeah. It's crazy for those,
isn't that crazy?
For those listening at home? I'm like tied up in a knot right now.
You're getting a little uncomfy.
Yeah, let's open up. But yeah, like it's true. I feel like sometimes if I don't have like true structure and a little bit of like stress involved, like I'm not going to do the thing until it's absolutely necessary.
I definitely feel more inclined to work when I know I have a deadline.
Yeah.
And when I don't have something to like work towards and I'm just allowed to take my time with it, I really lean into just taking my time.
Yeah.
And then when it's like 1 or 2 days before, I'm like, oh, go mode, which is like, I'm being productive, but like, is it so bad that I like still got it done, but I was under more like stress?
Yeah.
Even though like you could have got it done like earlier, but it wasn't due earlier.
Yeah.
It was due now. And I've noticed that like that is the rhythm I'm falling into with procrastination. Is just like everything gets done. I'm not like excluding it or like neglecting anything. It's just more like efficiency.
Yeah.
Of my time,
or knowing you can try a little harder, or knowing you could do a little better is what drives me crazy. The other piece of all of this that I think I don't talk about enough and don't like give other people and myself enough credit for is that we're all like raised in this society that is forcing us to like work, be productive, we're in LA of all places, build your personal fucking brand here versus just, get a job that pays the bills. Because that's not enough. Like one job is not enough to pay the bills to live comfortably, especially in LA. So I don't want to like judge myself or others too hard for that. But then on the other side of that, I still feel like, okay, but I can take on more and I can do more, but I'm paralyzed. Like something's keeping me from doing the things.
You are speaking my language. Gosh, maybe I should talk to my therapist this week about procrastination, or not even.
Give me some tips before I go into my therapist.
Maybe not even that, but just like the feeling of being paralyzed.
Yeah.
Like so much to do. I'd rather just not. And when I think about ways to get out of it, I just think about how like the way that I find myself getting out of procrastination is thinking about all the things I have to do and doing a little bit of each one.
Yes.
To see where my motivation lies. Also, a good thing for me also is when I look at all the things, I'm like, what is giving me the most stress? What can I accomplish now so I don't feel like I am procrastinating, but I still am procrastinating on a bunch of other things? Like I focus on what is stressing me out so I can get rid of that feeling first. And once that's gone, I'm like, well, I don't feel bad about procrastinating these other things because I dealt with the big thing today.
Yeah. I've heard that as well. Like dividing it up and like taking little pieces of your whatever the goal is, whatever the task is, instead of approaching it like all at once. Like
I have to get this done. It's like you do, but get this done right now and see if you want to do more. Or
I think that's a really good tip actually, because that I think I'm without knowing it, I've kind of done something like that where I will like literally break it down to the smallest levels. Like get up and sit at your desk. Turn the computer on.
Yeah.
And then just see what happens, And
they're all wins.
And it's funny, I've done this not for like work tasks, but I've done it for things when I'm writing. Like if I feel like I'm stuck on like when I'm writing, literally I'll break it down to just like get up, sit at the desk, type a sentence. And then if I start doing that, usually something else will happen. I'll get into it a little more and write something else or like turn it into something. So maybe I need to apply that to other stuff too.
It almost feels like you're like lowering the expectations for yourself so that you can be surprised by what you actually do.
Right.
Like, I'm going to sit down and write one sentence. That's my goal for just Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then you do it and you're like, oh, cool, I did it. But now I'm here. What if I did 2 sentences? Like, it just puts you in that zone where now if you've done like 3 sentences, you're already over the goal for the day. And then you feel better. You're still working towards your goal. It reminds me of this quote that I heard one time. It's like, or it's a riddle quote, whatever. Like, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. And it's this idea that like an elephant is so big, how could you ever finish that? It's like, well, 1 bite at a time. Just keep going little by little, and eventually the elephant will be gone.
This is such a sad image.
Just eating an elephant.
Like, I'm just imagining this like sad elephant just alive and standing there
Please
waiting.
Stop procrastinating.
Like, just get it over with.
Eat me.
Just kill me. Jesus. Oh man.
Yeah. So I feel like.
But I hear you. I think perhaps the root of some procrastination is feeling undeserving. And I think like sometimes
you're gonna make me cry.
Cry on the pod. It's okay. I think possibly the root for me is like feeling undeserving of these good things that have come into my life. And it's hard to like put into words because it's like on one side of it, I was like hoping to have all of this kind of stuff and like find some sort of financial stability and find some projects that make me feel creative and all this stuff. And now I have them and now I'm like freezing up, you know? And it's because it has to be because have some relation to me feeling deserving of them. And I think there's like a little bit of imposter syndrome. It's not like I'm walking around and like we're like famous now and we're so successful.
We've got a podcast.
But just enough to be like who do I think I am? You know, who do I think I am doing all this stuff? Like why do I think I'm so important? I'm so self-righteous. Well, like that's what goes through my head. And I think that's part of what paralyzes me. It's because there's a part of me that feels undeserving. And then it's like, you know, with that information, like, where do I go now? Because that's kind of another piece of why I want to do therapy is like, I can kind of break my feelings apart and figure them out, but what do I do? Like, what am I doing to change it? You know? Yeah. And what are the tools to change it?
I think that's the biggest thing that I love out of therapy is like getting to the root of it and then finally discovering like, well, this is how you change. And it actually is always like more simple than you think. It's just like acknowledging the issue and then almost like doing the opposite of what the issue is telling you. Like, oh, you're undeserving. It's like, okay, well, if I'm undeserving, I'm not going to do it. Opposite of that, if I'm deserving, how do I show up? And that's just like, well, someone who's deserving probably does this and does, you know, it puts you in a different headspace to be like, oh, I guess I'll just do that.
That reminded me of something, a quote from someone. I don't even know who it was, but I have remembered it ever since I heard them say it, was building self-esteem requires you to do esteemable acts, which I kind of you can apply to a lot of things, I think. Like, you know, feeling deserving, you do things that make you feel deserving, like that give you that feeling. So I think when I say building self-esteem, like you do stuff that makes you proud of you, you know, like versus, because something that I don't know if it was from the same person or whatever conversation, but in this same vein, like doing things that you might feel are, you know, like not going with your gut instinct in a situation. Like maybe you feel like this person you're out with is not someone you want to hang out with. Maybe the place you and your friends go to is not the vibe that night, but you go along anyway because, you know, everybody's going or whatever. But those little things are actually small, like tiny little betrayals
they are
to yourself that you're like going against what you're feeling. And those add up, I think. And I think there's like some, you know, maybe it's a little esoteric, maybe it's a little dramatic, but to me, like breaking it up and creating an image like that kind of helps me realize that like I can be free to just leave if I don't want to be in a situation. And if that makes me feel better than where I was, then like that's a good thing. Then I did the right thing. But yeah, like building self-esteem, I guess ties into feeling deserving in general, your esteem, you know, but just like little things, like doing little things that make you feel proud of yourself. And, You know, and I think a piece of it is like lately I've been feeling so overwhelmed, I guess, and, you know, paralyzed that certainly does not make me feel any sort of esteem, you know?
No.
So something's got to give, you know.
God.
I'm sure things have a way of working out. They always have, they always will. But yeah, like that's really where I've been lately.
Okay.
It's a big one.
I know. I was like, damn, you like got into the deep topic today. Luckily, my excited topic for the day kind of involves this same feeling. If you're...
Yeah, I'm ready to... Are you going to... You're excited? Are you going to talk about what's exhausting to you?
I mean, it's exciting. It's exhausting. It's just...
it's all of it.
Shocker, Sean's anxious. Whee! Let's keep it going.
Woo!
Nothing's different. Rock on. My excited thing was journaling. And finding that expression again has been so exciting for me. And
had you taken a break from it?
I take big breaks from journaling.
Oh, okay.
I don't really journal unless I'm going through it. My fucking medulla. When I'm in this zone of like too many thoughts, I need another outlet besides talking to actually express it. So writing it down has actually been so helpful. Of like right in the morning, I get up, I go on a walk, and after my walk, I write for like 15-20 minutes, just anything that's on my mind right in the morning. And I notice how big of a shift it's caused for me, like in my day. I also think it's funny. The way I write in my journal is very much like a 16-year-old girl.
That tracks.
No, fully like,
totally.
Hey girl, it's me again. God, can you believe today? Like,
yeah,
fully as if I'm talking to someone who's going to read it.
Right.
Like I'm performing.
Right.
In the journal, but it feels like I am expressing a very honest side of me.
You are in part a 16-year-old girl.
Yes. I'm like, that's kind of how I want to talk. I don't get, it feels just like, oh, anything that is on my mind, I can just go on, and there's no filter with writing. I think when I'm talking to people, there is somewhat of a filter of like, well, let's keep some image of who you are. But with journaling, it's just, let's go, let's get it out, let's do it. And then I'm like, writing down like LOL, haha, and I'm like, you're really leaning into the 16-year-old like, this sucks, like, wow, bummer. Oh wait, let's go back to this. Like, it feels
you start talking Gen Z and like
no, it feels very Gen Z of me. Like, even when I first started journaling, like when I was 16, I was like, this feels like I'm writing my age. Like, I kind of just had this moment. I think when I started journaling is the voice I just use for journaling. Like, that's always been the voice because that's when I started, and it doesn't evolve with me. It's the same voice.
You're journaling to the same person.
Little Sean.
I was just going to ask that. I was like, who do you like? Is there any image of who you are journaling to when you're writing it? Like, do you see another version of yourself? Is there like are you writing to your younger self? Like,
it feels like I'm writing for my younger self because I'm writing it so simply. And so like, I need you to understand what you're going through. Whoa.
Interesting.
Because I literally have a photo of me as a kid right by my desk. And that's where I journal. And it does feel like I'm almost trying to make him feel okay. Like, hey, we're feeling this right now. This really sucks, but like, we're going to have to get through it. You know, like, it feels like I am working with myself in a way, but it's not my 31-year-old self. It's my 6-year-old self, my 16-year-old self.
God, you're 31. Jeez.
All right. That's not what you should have taken away from this. And it makes me kind of emotional to like think about it because I really just want to take care of him. I feel like everything I feel comes from this like little kid place of being like scared or anxious, and I don't know how to handle it. But when I'm writing my journal, it feels like I'm clear-headed of, you're going to be okay. Like, this really sucks. Like, there's no, I don't make myself feel bad for feeling these things, in my journal. Like, when I'm in my journal, it's very much, what are you actually scared about?
Yeah.
Like, what is the thing coming up for you? It kind of takes out the middleman of like, hey, Sean, what's upsetting you? Oh, I'm just kind of like in a mood right now. But in my journal, I'm like, I'm upset because I don't feel deserving.
Yeah.
I'm upset because like, I feel shame for my anxiety. And it's like, whoa, did not really know that that's what I was spiraling about until I started putting pen to paper.
Yeah. As you're saying that, I'm like trying to, I don't journal much.
I was gonna say, you don't.
I don't journal much, but I have in my life. And I'm thinking about this, and I almost think that when I'm journaling, I'm kind of writing to this, I'm almost like apologetically writing to this version of myself that's like the higher, smarter, more experienced, wiser version. I think I'm like a little bit like, yeah, well, this fucking happened, and you know how it goes. Like, I always choose this option, and I always chose that option.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost like apologetic in how I'm like writing, because it's almost like the person that I'm picturing is the wiser, older, smarter me being like, oh, you stupid faggot.
Yeah. Like, damn, okay.
But that's interesting. That's like a really deep question. I feel like I want to keep that in my pocket for like, you know,
for everyone
I don't
listening,
know, like every friend.
fully for everyone listening, when you're journaling, who are you journaling to?
Yeah.
Put it in the comments.
I feel like it says so much about you, but I don't know what it says. I'm not an expert, but I'm just like that.
No,
to me is so interesting to think about.
I haven't really thought about it like that until recently. Of like,
Yeah.
in therapy, I've been working on the little kid that is scared all the time.
Yeah.
And I think with journaling, that's who I'm kind of talking to, because another subsection of journaling is rereading your journal entries, where I'm like reading this back and I'm like, oh, damn, this girl was sad. Or like, but also reading it like, who is this for? Because it's not for me right now. Like, I'm not like writing to make my future self feel better. And that's why it's like weird to reread, because you're just like, oh, this is just me experiencing things.
Yeah.
And feeling like, okay. And almost like calming myself down. Whereas like when I reread, I'm like, I don't need to be calm. I guess like sometimes I do read to see if I'm repeating the same patterns. And I am. I really am. I just saw a journal entry the other day of mine from like years ago being like, why can't you just make yourself happy? And I was like, damn. That is something I just was learning this year too, of like, it's not on anyone else to make you feel better. Like, yes, you can have AIDS of people, not... That's no. I meant like you can have people who aid in.
Oh wow, that was so funny.
That's not what I meant. People who aid you in feeling better. I just feel like it's beneficial to reread my journal, because I see like the patterns I've done before. And it almost helps me like, oh, okay, so this is something you do. What's the different route this time? How do we fix that? I don't know. I just really have found it again. Like with journaling, it'll happen for like 3 months journaling every day. And then I will go a year without journaling. I wanted to actually bring up, because you don't journal, but I would love to hear your thoughts on like journaling when you're happy versus journaling when you're sad, and how I feel like I'm journaling to figure out my emotions. So when I'm happy, I'm not trying to figure anything out, but I feel like there's still so much to discover in the happiness and appreciating it. And maybe why my own personal issue is why I always jump back to feeling sad versus appreciating what's happy.
That's an interesting question. I feel like I've only ever journaled when I'm really, really down. And sometimes it's almost instinctual. Like I'm just like, I need to just get this out of me, you know? Or sometimes it's been not just sadness, but like when I'm really angry, like when I'm really upset at a friend, you got, you know, the classic write a letter you're never going to send. I do that.
I have so many letters to you that I've never sent, and they're in this apartment right now. But it's helpful.
Are they friendship ending?
Keep going. Yeah.
I wonder.
Keep talking. Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't really know if I have any saved, because I try and like get rid of them. That way I'm not actually or accidentally sending any texts or something.
Yeah.
No, but I had one recently that I was like really upset with. It was kind of the reason that I brought up the devil's advocate thing last episode or 2 episodes ago. Because I was really upset with my one friend that has kind of been so, it seems to be like oblivious to like a really important political issue.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I part on me, part on them, because, you know, I feel like I have high expectations for people, like in my friends, and I try to not have expectations for people. I try not to put.
You've been telling me to not have expectations in my relationship.
No, and honestly, I should have prefaced that whole thing with like, expectations are natural. They happen. People have them.
Yeah.
Don't pretend they don't exist. But avoiding putting them on other people, I think helps a lot of situations.
Yes, I agree.
So anyway, yeah, I wrote my angry letter, and it ended up being a letter not just to him, but like to all the people that were not understanding these political issues. And it was, you know, very cathartic. But to answer your question though, like, you know, journaling versus in times of happiness versus times of stress or sadness or whatever, like, I don't know. I think when you're like, I journal when I'm at my most introspective, which is usually when I'm looking inward, being like, what the fuck is wrong with you right now? Like, why are you not as chipper, as social, as whatever, as you usually are? I don't know where the places I go sometimes, like I've been like really, really low. It's not like this is such a raw feeling, but like there's this part of me that sometimes kind of wishes I never existed. Not that I'm ever going to like do anything.
It's real.
You know, but it's like it's a very specific feeling where it's like the exhaustion of life, like the work that life takes, the layers of meaning that people put on you, on yourself, on you put on yourself, and you put on others, and others put on you. Like all of that can like be so like it's just like something like you have to carry, and it feels so heavy sometimes.
You sometimes just don't want to carry it anymore.
No. And it's not about like, you know, committing suicide, but it's about like just being so exhausted that you just kind of wish this never existed in the first place.
I wrote in my journal the other day, like, I wish I could just take off my head for 20 minutes and just like rinse it out, like power wash it, just like let's get rid of everything that's in here because it's not doing anything for you, and put it back on and just be like clean slate.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes into that, like, because the thought did come in of like, why am I even like quote unquote alive? But I'm not saying like I wanted to do anything. It was just more like, this is so overwhelming. Like, can't I just have a break, like from myself?
Yeah.
From everything. I just need a moment to not be.
Right.
I want to be for sure. But give me 20 minutes.
Give me a break. Yeah.
Give me a break.
As you said that popped a idea in my head. We're not an idea, but like a experience. I used to work for a company that did ketamine therapy, and I went through 2 sessions of it actually. And I never really like, you're supposed to do 8. I didn't do the full session. I should have. Even after those first 2, like you're talking about like power washing your brain, that's exactly what it felt like, to be honest. Not literally the feeling of that, but like so much change, so much like relief happened in such a short time. Mental relief, mental and emotional relief, not physical. It wasn't about pain. It was about like mental anguish and depression and old habits and all of that stuff. And it became very easy to switch things up after I did those sessions. Cause literally the way that the therapy works, you know, people do ketamine recreationally, of course. And of course it's still medical, but like in that way, like the way it was administered, like I had like a lozenge instead of like, you know, all the weird shit that they do. But it's like a dose that like allows you to dissociate, like it is an intentional dissociation. So you kind of see your life, your experiences from this kind of outside perspective, this like disconnected perspective. And then literally on the chemical level, your like brain's neural pathways are kind of being rewritten. They're kind of loosened up. So you walk into this like situation where you're like, I want change. I want to make change. But oftentimes we can't do that. Like, but this allows, it's almost like lubricating the joints of your brain to like allow you to make a new turn where you used to go left. You can now go right. You know what I mean?
I need that for what I'm going through right
Honestly,
now.
like very professional setting. It was like, you can also do it like from your house if you want to, like, it was a really cool situation. Like, I'm glad I did it. And it helped me get through my last breakup. Like, it really shifted my depression about that. And I was able to kind of just feel new again, like feel like I could make new choices without being so like worried about this old version of myself, this old, like, you know, I don't really know how else to describe it other than that.
I hear what you're saying. Like, it feels like we're so attached to what has been versus what we can become or what is actually a reality right now. And I feel like that's my issue is I've attached so much to things that have happened to me before that I'm not appreciating everything that's happening right now because I'm assuming that it's going to turn out in the way that it always has. And that's a hard thing to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just want to like, can I power wash that away in some areas? Like, can I just exist in my current reality that's very happy and loving and caring, but everything's pulling me back to the past.
And truly, like, give yourself a break, because your thoughts and your emotions and your traumas, at the end of the day, they're all like chemicals in your brain.
Yeah.
And they're a chemical reaction that's meant to happen that way, because your brain, if we're talking like from an evolutionary perspective, it's to help you survive.
Yeah.
Like, you've gone through hard stuff and your brain's like, we're not doing that again. So here's all these hoops we have to jump through to not do them. And of course we live in, you know, a society where we can change things and we can protect ourselves from certain traumas and stuff like that. But like, sometimes that's not enough, because your brain is already like doing all this extra work to be like, never go there again. This is why. Remember this? This is even worse now. You know, it's like somehow the experience feels worse now than it did in the moment, really.
Yeah. That's so
But that's what it is. It's like your brain at the end of the day is a machine, you know, and you can tweak it and change it and switch things out as you need them. But like, it's, you know, sometimes you need different tools.
Yeah. That's why we're going to therapy once a week now.
Oh my God, this is the depression episode, isn't it?
Maybe.
Mental health episode.
Oh gosh, it's definitely not depression, but it is like overwhelming.
Mental health.
It's always up and down.
Yeah.
But in my topic of journaling, I have
my
journal from when we were dating.
Wow.
And I earmarked just a couple quotes.
Oh, great.
Nothing bad, but I thought it might be fun to share some journal entries about you.
Sure.
From the summer of 2016.
Wow.
Let's find the first one. So Jahred and I...
Now I'm nervous again.
Yeah. Oh. Jahred's crossing his arms, everyone. He's not okay. If anyone doesn't know, Jahred and I are exes, and Jahred was my first relationship. And I wrote all about him for a really long time. A whole journal full.
Great.
But Jahred and I started talking right before I went on the spring break trip to Joshua Tree. Mm-hmm. And so when I was in Joshua Tree, I wrote in my journal every day. And this is the first journal entry is me like, it's spring break. I'm having fun, blah, blah, blah. And I write at the end, also, side note, I miss Jahred, the boy I'm currently talking to. It's only been a week of talking, but he's like no one I've ever met before.
Oh my God.
Am I obsessed? Low key. But anyway, Joshua Tree for spring break, holla.
Holla.
Like, what? And I was like, okay, like, and then more, and then it jumps into summer where I'm just so happy, so excited. Oh, so something I did is summer of 2016, and I wrote down, read this when you were in one of your moods.
Oh.
And it was basically a letter to my future self trying to calm me down. Like, what happens when Jahred, like, read this when Jahred is busy. Read this when Jahred isn't texting you back. Read this.
Oh my gosh, Sean.
I know, it was a lot to handle at 21 years young. I earmarked this because this was funny. So one of my biggest issues with Jahred was his marijuana use.
Yes.
And I wrote a whole entry about it. I'll just read you the first line. The marijuana issue with Jahred. What is the issue? Well, I don't like it.
The marijuana issue.
The marijuana.
Also, calling it marijuana. Ugh.
What was I supposed to call it?
I don't know. Weed. Yeah. Like
I didn't smoke weed at all when I met you, nor do I now. But like, I have gummies and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like it. Well, you didn't like it because your dad used to smoke cigarettes and you didn't like smoke stuff at all.
Smoke, the smell, the taste, like it all just is so gross to me.
Yeah.
That like, it's hard for me to get over it.
Yeah.
Like even in my new relationship, I'm like, he smokes, but I'm like, this isn't an issue. But the issue I have is like, sometimes you just smell. Sometimes like when I kiss you.
Who cares?
I do.
Ugh.
Anyway.
So ridiculous.
I'm not going to go into why I wrote this.
Okay.
But it is a entry all in capital letters, angry.
Oh.
And the first line is, honestly, fuck you.
Oh.
You stupid fucking idiot. Think you know why I wrote that? And then literally the next entry. So Jahred and I aren't together anymore.
Oh my God.
Damn. Yeah.
Which that changed right back very soon, right?
What?
Oh, wait. So that's like, that must have been after we broke up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Jahred and I aren't together anymore.
I was
that
like,
entry that I wrote was when we were together.
Got it.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, that entry was more like angry at something that you had done. This one's funny. This was May 2017. I was talking about him last night with Marina, and it made me feel good to think about him, and more specifically, his dick.
Wow.
I love that thing. Anyway.
Wow, Sean.
I was in a zone.
Honestly, like that's what breakups do though.
And I'm sure most guys who hook up with you have the same feeling.
Okay, that's enough. Enough about my penis.
There's one entry where I literally just wrote all the lyrics to All Too Well down and highlighted all the parts that made sense to me about our relationship.
This is a Taylor Swift song?
This is a Taylor Swift song. This was before the 10-minute version. And I was so upset that I was like...
You act like I even know what version that is. Like, I don't know any of this.
Like, let me write down every single lyric from this song that is making me cry. And then I'm going to highlight every lyric that makes me cry. And on that note, I will end with... I think this is one of the last entries that I have related to you. But... My life is better now, but you made me better. You helped me get here. And that was from a letter I wrote to you.
Mm.
And it was true. I mean, I feel like our relationship, although it ended, was so transformative for me, and just being like,
same.
Like how lucky I was to have someone like you and to learn all of these things about being in a relationship and what it means to like compromise and be there for someone in such an emotional way. That I think that's why it also kind of took me so long to even find my next boyfriend, because I was like, I know what I like to feel, and I don't feel like that with anyone, or I've never gotten to that point with anyone until my boyfriend now.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for being such a light in my life.
That's so sweet.
Anyway, whatever.
That is very sweet.
We'll see how much of those entries I keep in the final edit.
Yeah.
But
it's true though. Like I feel the same way. I mean, our relationship taught me so much. I feel like we went through a lot of like big conversations, like big adult conversations pretty quickly. Like we went through like a lot of big stages that a lot of people don't usually have to go through in a relationship.
Especially since we were long distance, it like expedited a few things.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I mean, so I'm thankful to you as well. That's what I want to say.
Hell yeah. See, look, you can still be friends with your ex.
Yes. Just if you hadn't got the message of the podcast.
No, fully. I do think if anyone's interested, we should do maybe a segment on like how to be friends with your ex, or things that have worked for us and all that stuff, if people are even interested. But
yeah, that could be
interesting.
That could be interesting. I don't know if we're like experts on it. I just feel like experts.
That could have been the title of our podcast. Experts. Whatever.
What are we experts at all? Experts at being exes, I guess.
I mean,
experts. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I'd be down to do that. Do a little deep dive.
We'll see if there's any interest. But on that note,
should we wrap it up?
We have to wrap it up. It's almost an hour.
All right,
and I
cool.
don't want to edit a podcast that's longer than an hour.
Impossible.
I was talking to my boyfriend about how like we were doing the podcast, and he was like, "Oh, why didn't you talk about this topic more?" And I was like, "Oh, like I was like, I'm not gonna like edit like in more than an hour." And he goes, "Do you like your podcast? Because it sounds like you don't want to like talk." And I was like, "Oh, no. It has nothing to do with talking. It's all to do with the editing."
That's a good point. I mean, sometimes the last 2 episodes went pretty long, but they just kind of naturally went that long.
Yeah.
Even though we were like, I was just watching the last episode and then the episode 5, like, feels like we were like, I was constantly thinking about like, okay, wait, I don't want to take too much time, but I have more to say. So
it's good to keep it like, we know we have like an hour, so to keep it more concise.
Yeah, just keep it moving. We don't have to, we're not changing the fucking world here.
No, we're talking about journaling and procrastination.
Yeah.
What do you think the title of this episode's going to be?
Journaling and procrastination.
Solid. And on that note, another episode of Ex-Boyfriend Material.
Down.
Next episode is going to be our season 1 finale, but lots to still explore with this podcast.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway.
All right, bye.
Thanks for joining. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye.